Have you ever wondered if the words we use to describe our experience are actually creating ghosts? If mind, consciousness, talent, or thought name real things, or are just labels we mistake for reality? At No Magic, we don't study the mind. We study interactions. Today we're asking a question that seems simple, but is actually the most uncomfortable one. Do we want explanations that help us change, or that leave us as we are? Because ever since our species started speaking, we've had two main kinds of tools to understand the world. On one side, the scientific approach. That way of thinking doesn't give you comfort. It gives you a lever. It tells you this is a virus, not a punishment. Here's its structure. This is how it replicates. This is how you neutralize it. And suddenly, you don't need rituals. You can create a vaccine. That's transformative power, going from I am possessed to I have a treatable infection. We went from attributing a storm to the anger of the gods to predicting it and taking shelter. That's change. On the other side, there's the other tradition, the animistic, the mystical, the just because, the explanation that turns an accident into bad energy or success into fate. That kind of explanation doesn't let you intervene. It only lets you resign yourself or, at best, by a charm. It leaves you as you are. It keeps you in the vital order of comfort, but robs you of the ability to act in the human order of evidence. And here's the interesting part. You'd think modern humans have moved beyond that, but we haven't. The same person can be an expert in cardiovascular surgery, able to trust evidence to open a chest and save a life. And yet, when it comes to their romantic relationship, fall back on explanations like feminine energy, soulmates, or inevitable chemistry. What's going on there? Scientific knowledge isn't a fixed identity. It's a praxis that requires training. And in the domains where we lack that training, where anxiety runs high, we revert to ancestral mode. We prefer a story that hugs us emotionally, even if it's false, over a piece of data that makes us uneasy. That's the social power of superstition. It offers belonging, it frees you from the responsibility of understanding, it gives you an external enemy or a guardian angel. It's the comforting narrative. Whereas science asks you to accept complexity, to tolerate uncertainty, to abandon the I am anxious, and ask instead, what history of interactions has led me to respond this way? That's why at No Magic, we don't give you easy answers. We give you something better, uncomfortable questions, and the conceptual tools to answer them. Because critical thinking doesn't bite, but it does make you writhe. And behind us, there is a whole tradition of thinkers who dedicated their lives to dismantling myths and redesigning language. At No Magic, we don't invent anything new. We take the best from critical philosophy and the best from behavioral science to offer you one tool: conceptual hygiene. When an idea collides with reality, when that's just how I am freezes what is pure ontogenetic flow, the most honest response is, this doesn't make sense. Because it's not about which narrative makes us feel better, it's about which one lets us act better. Are you brave enough to question everything? Not for the sake of being contrary, but to go further. Next time someone offers you an explanation, ask yourself, does this comfort me or empower me? Does it leave me as I am, or does it allow me to change? Because reality is one, but our ways of knowing it are many. Choosing one that lets you transform your life and your environment. That's No Magic.